Welcome to Living in Grace. We're here in the beautiful part of Florida. It's the summer heat. It's hot. We're in the shade though. If you see behind me, we're out here in the back part of Sebring, and it's like the Everglades kind of flavor. And you can probably hear the crickets in the background. So I'll try to preach over those guys. But sometimes in life, let's just be honest about it. You feel like Romans chapter 8, where he says, man, you feel like you're getting slaughtered. You feel like you're just struggling. You're going through hardship. You're going through just the death of life, one way or the other. I talked to a family and they're struggling in this area. Talked to another family and their 24-year-old daughter passed away. You know, and just talking to so many different stories that we're getting from prayer requests and this people just going through hardships in life. Man, so where do you find hope? Where do you find this peace that Jesus talks about? Where do you find this rest in the midst of the slaughter? Well, Romans chapter 8 and verse 37, Paul, writing under the inspiration of the Holy Spirit, says, "No, in all these things, we are more than conquerors through him who loved us." So you get that for a second. Before I go any farther, I want you to hear this. That in him and through him, we are more than conquerors. In hardship, in suffering, in disappointments, in failures, in the struggles of life. In him. You see, there's a bigger picture here. So many times as people, we get stuck in the circumstances of now. We get caught up in this thing called life, and all we can see is now, which is true. But this is where the faith begins to kick in. And you realize there's a bigger picture to the reality in which you are now. You see, never let your circumstances of the day dictate your faith in what God is doing in your world today and what God's going to do in the upcoming days. You see, God has the master plan. God has you in his hands. Not just you, but the entire world. And we believe that. We trust in that. So as we walk through struggles, as we walk through disappointments, as you walk through days where it's not making sense, and maybe behind me you can see the road that's intertwined in this forest. You're walking this road and you can't see what's coming around the corner. That's where your confidence is not what you can see, because we don't walk by sight, we walk by faith. So therefore, this faith I have now tells me when I'm in God and God is in me, and because what Christ has done, I'm more than a conqueror. No matter what happens in this world, in this earth, in this arena of life, I know in the eternal mindset, in my future, in my destiny, what we are designed for, the best is yet to come. And I know that I'm more than a conqueror. So as we walk through struggles, as we walk through hardships, as we walk through difficult days, my mindset is I am in him, and because I'm in him, I am more than a conqueror. Why? Because he loves me. Come back tomorrow, I want you to hear about this amazing love. You're listening to Living in Grace.